Welcome into the video. I am your tech guy Wayne, and today I want to walk you through how to use the Samsung Galaxy Watch FE for beginners. This will be a full beginner's walkthrough, and we'll basically go through how to pair it with your phone, how to change the clock face, how to navigate all the menus, and some important tweaks you'll want to make on your phone to make sure all your notifications come through properly. So make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss any important tips. Let's go ahead and jump in. So first, you'll want to connect your charger, and it's magnetic, so if you put it right underneath, it'll just grab it. The power button is going to be the top button that has the orange around the edge. So let's go ahead and hold that for just a couple of seconds. And should be kicking on right now. Now I will be pairing this to a Samsung phone. I have the Samsung Galaxy S24 that I'll be pairing it to. Now I will have a link up here to another video that will walk you through how to pair it to a non-Samsung phone, because the process is a little different. So I just want you to have that as a guide as well, just in case you run into any issues. All right, so our watch is on now, and you'll see a pop-up that will show up on your phone that will say, hey, we detected a new device, can we connect? You're gonna hit connect. And this is kind of the best case scenario of what you want this to look like. You'll see here, same number on both. We're gonna hit confirm on the phone. Now I just want to point out, if your phone does not make that pop up and give you that connect button, all you need to do is go to the Play Store and you need to download the Samsung wearable app. That app, once you download that app and you sign in, then it will give you options to be able to select the watch. So that's plan B in case the watch doesn't find the phone the same way mine did, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and check the boxes here. I typically only check boxes for anything that is like required. If you notice, these two say optional, so I'm gonna skip those. We'll hit continue. And so obviously in this first stage, we're pairing with the phone. We're doing the initial sync. It's gonna ask you about permissions. Do you want it to turn on GPS? Do you want it to have certain notifications enabled? So this part only takes a few minutes, and then we'll be on the main watch face, and then I'll walk you through how to actually navigate the screen. All right, so here I just found my Google account, and we want to sync it with our account. I do have it blurred out just for the sake of privacy, so that's why you can't see the actual email. I'm going to hit continue, use my fingerprint. All right, so we're gonna need to accept some terms, and these are also optional, so you don't have to check these. I'm gonna uncheck these for now. Hit I agree. Now it's gonna show you some apps that are gonna already be installed, all these, and then there's some recommended apps. If we hit the drop down, you can see you can have your Audible linked right to it. And I think that's the only one on this list here I want synced, but you can sync your MyFitnessPal, your golf pad app, and there's a few more apps, but I'm just gonna sync those two for now. Hit continue. Next, it's gonna set up auto backup. So every time you make changes to your settings or you download new clock faces, it will back it up for you. In the event that you lose your watch or it's stolen, once you get a new watch, you can basically restore that backup onto a brand new watch. Here we're just giving permissions for it to be able to back up all your data. We hit allow. And here it's showing that it has found some previous watches that I've used. And so I can restore it from one of these older backups and have all my settings automatically sync, or I can set it up as a new watch. For the sake of this, I'm gonna uncheck and I'm just gonna set it up as a new watch, but just so you know, that's what it will look like. Cool part about this too is that, again, all your settings are saved and all your watch faces and your preferences are saved. So I wear mine on the right wrist. Hit next. You can create a custom workout routine, but I would say do this later. Check your body's battery level. Next. Next, just skip all these. Now this is showing you some gestures that you can tap into. If you basically tap twice with your thumb and your pointer finger, you can have it do different things like silence your alerts, answer calls, pause, play your music, or even take a photo using the camera app. So that's pretty cool. Hit next. You can also set up the emergency mode, which is pressing the home button 5 times, which will trigger a call to emergency services. So that's definitely a good thing to keep a note of. Hit next, and there we go. You'll see now on the watch, it'll say you're all set. And on the app here, you'll be able to see we have all of our settings and different things. So I'll come back to the app in a minute. I'm going to turn off auto updates just because sometimes you want to wait until updates are solid before you do them. So I'm going to just hold off on that. But this is just a look at what the app looks like. And we'll jump back over to this after we do a walkthrough of the screen, and then I'll walk you through the important settings you'll need to know about here, okay? Now you can take the tour, and I would encourage you to do that, but I'm gonna go through the tour myself, so I'm gonna skip this for now. Now on the home screen, you can swipe left, and you get to these little things that are called tiles. And so this is your activity tile, which tracks your workouts, your heart rates, and your active minutes. Here you can launch workouts. They'll have shortcuts to the most frequently used workouts, but you can always change these later. This is a snapshot of your stats from steps, heart rate, how long you slept. I forgot what that last one is there. And sleep tracking, body composition, weather, dates, ECG, and you can add more tiles. Now in the upper right, again, the button that has the orange outline, that's your home button. Tapping that will take you back to the home screen, just like that. Now if I swipe to the right, the other way, here I'm gonna see notifications. And again, it'll show any notifications that have come through my phone or the watch. They'll all show up when I swipe to the right. Now I can swipe this away by just swiping up, and now it's gone. Okay, so if we swipe up, this is how we get to our app drawer, which is where we'll see all the different apps that are on the watch. This first one is going to be your recent apps, so it'll show you any apps that are running in the background. So right now I have 3 apps in the background here. Wearable app, the Samsung Health, and the Health Platform app. And I can basically, from the left side, swipe in to swipe this away. And once again, do that. So if you ever swipe from the left inside of the watch, that's how you basically go back. It takes you back 1 step. Let's swipe up again. These are all the different apps that are on the phone. And you can change the order of these apps by simply holding down, so you long press on it. And once you long press, you can then drag the app up to a different position. So I'm gonna move my calculator to this spot right here, or you can drag it into a folder as well. So you have a few different options here. So I'm gonna move it out of the folder and just drop it here. Oh, it's a little tricky, obviously, so you gotta get used to it, as I am still getting used to it. We'll drop it here. And now, when I swipe up, my calculator is much closer to the top. So you can rearrange the order based on what makes more sense for you. Now, if we swipe down from the top, this will take us to our settings shortcuts. There we go. And so here we have 6 different shortcuts, and if we swipe to our left, we're gonna have a few more shortcuts. And we swipe one more time, we have those shortcuts. So 3 pages. Now I'll give you a quick rundown of what each one is. So if we swipe down, this check button helps you to change the mode of the watch. So if you want to switch to sleep mode at night or a theater mode when you're in a movie theater, you can do that by hitting the little check. This is your power button to turn the watch off. This is a shortcut that takes you to your settings menu. You'll be using this one a lot, as I did. And this is do not disturb. Now this turns on your always on clock. which is a cool feature. So whenever this is enabled blue, basically when the watch goes dim, you'll still be able to see the time on the watch. You'll always be able to see the time if this is enabled, but it does drain more battery life, so you sort of have to decide how often you want to use that. And I would tell you, don't use it all the time because it will drain the battery considerably more. This is your volume. So if you want to turn the sound off, so mute, or all sound on, or vibrate. Those are the 3 different sound settings. Swipe to your left, you have your flashlight. You can use your screen as a flashlight. This comes in super handy. You can touch the screen to lower or increase the brightness. I use that one quite a bit, surprisingly. We have the brightness here. Now the watch will by default be set to auto brightness, but you can always adjust that later. If you want to set it to be brighter or lower, you just tap on the little sun and you can turn off the auto brightness. Here is the power saving mode. If you're gonna go on a long day trip, I would encourage you just to turn on the power saving mode because it will help to stretch the battery much longer. Here obviously when you don't touch the watch for so many seconds, it goes asleep, so I have to keep going back to it, so that's why that's happening. This is your Wi-Fi. Now, the reason you would turn on Wi-Fi is it will allow you to stay connected with your phone and get alerts, even if your phone is much further away than Bluetooth range. So for example, if you have a really long house and maybe your phone is charging in the bedroom, as long as your Wi-Fi is on, then you'll be able to still get notifications. And I believe you can still answer calls as well. So it just gives you a lot of functionality. It really works the best when you're at home. It doesn't do much when you're out and about. So I would say turn it off when you leave the house. Now this is the water lock feature. Now water lock is for when you go swimming or get in the shower. It will disable the touchscreen so that your watch won't continue to vibrate and react every time there's water on the screen. Definitely use that one quite a bit too. Now this next one here, I'm just going to tap on it. This is, it's also for volume, but it will allow you to control more volume settings. So how loud the watch will ring, how loud media sounds, notification system. This allows you to control all the sound on the device. Let's swipe left. This is the last page. Here you have airplane mode. You can toggle on and off your GPS, and that really comes in handy for when you're working out and if you're trying to track what route that you ran. That's where the GPS comes in really handy. This button here is for when you want to pair with Bluetooth headphones and you can listen to music directly from the watch. And then lastly, you will have the search. So this actually will ping your phone if you can't find it. So if you're within Bluetooth range of your phone, you can tap this button and it will ping your phone and it will make it ring. Even if your phone is on silent and vibrate, this will make it ring so you can find it. So that's a brief rundown of just where everything is on the watch and what happens when you hit each direction. Now, the next thing is there's some shortcuts that are built in. So for example, when you hold down the power button for 1 second, it will launch your assistant. Now, out of the box, it is set to the Bixby Assistant, but you can change that to Google Assistant. And I'm going to have a link right here to my tips and tricks video. If you watch that video, it'll show you how to change this from Bixby Assistant to Google Assistant. So definitely check out that video. And when you hold down on the bottom button right here, it will launch the Samsung wallets. Let me just show you that one more time. Hold that button for 1 second. It will launch the Samsung wallet. and you can pair with your credit card, so you can use your watch to pay at any terminal that works with NFC. So if the terminal allows you to tap a credit card, you'll also be able to tap your watch and pay with your watch. Now, I will leave a link right here to another video where I walk you through how to set up Samsung Pay. Now, that video is going to be how to set it up on the Watch 7, but it's the same process for the Watch 7 and the Watch FE. So check out that video and it will show you everything you need to know about setting up Samsung Pay for your watch. All right. Now, that concludes our sort of navigation tour of the watch. Hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to show you Walmart sells this really cool 3-in-1 charging station that you can dock your watch on. You can also charge your earbuds and you can wirelessly charge your smartphone all at the same time. Now, this is only $36.99. It's a pretty sweet deal. I'm going to link it on screen in case you guys are looking for some different ways to charge the Watch FE. I don't love the charging with the cable. It's a little frustrating to just have to have this on your nightstand. So this is just one option of something a little bit cleaner that would charge all your devices with just one cable. Okay, now if that dock is a little too much and you want something a little bit simpler, this is a single charging cradle that you can dock your watch on as well, and it's only $8.59. So I'll also link that one on screen as well. Again, these are just two cleaner ways to charge your watch without, you know, just having the loose cable on your nightstand. This is, again, much cleaner and easier to put the watch on and take it off. All right. Okay, now let's go over how to change the clock face. Now, to do this, you're going to hold down on the home screen for 1 second. Now, there's two things you can do. You can change the color and the different metrics that are tracked on this clock face or watch face, or you can add a whole different style. I'm going to show you both. We'll start with how to customize this one. Hold down, tap on customize. Okay, so here you'll notice at the very top it's going to have a little title. So this is how to change. So the background first, then the clock font, the compilation color, and then the compilations, which are the different metrics that are tracked on screen, and then the side metrics here. So let's start far left with the background. So you can drag your finger along the edge of the watch here to switch between the colors. It looks a little weird because of my camera angle. I'm gonna do this one here, this like navy blue. Let's swipe left. Okay, next we can change the font type. So I'm going to again drag my finger along the edge here to change the font. Let's do that one. Swipe over. Then I'm going to drag to change the color of the text. I kind of like that one right there. Then I'm going to swipe over, and instead of this launching my workout, I'm going to tap and change this to something else. Maybe instead you want to have it launch a different workout. So that was a workout shortcut. Now, if you go all the way to the top here, you can have it shortcut to your water tracking. You can have it show steps, your sleep tracking. I love it. Let's see, heart rate. That's a good one, but that's already on screen. So let's go all the way up. I'm going to have it actually be a shortcut to my messages. Now, when I tap there, it'll take me right to the Messages app, and then I can see if I have any new text messages. The top one is the heart rate. Now, the bottom one is pretty cool. I can change this one that shows steps, and instead I can have it linked to my calendar, and it can actually show me if I have any appointments coming up. So right here, if you go to events, you can have it show you any events that are coming up on your calendar. You can have it be a compass. All the way at the bottom here, you can have it show you your alarms or even a timer that is set. So you have all kind of cool things you can switch to. If we swipe left, we can again change those other metrics that are on the side here. So I can tap, and again, I can go through and set different things. I'm going to set this to be sunrise, sunset, and the other side, we will set it to chance of rain. And when you're done, simply hit that home button and you'll be able to see your new updated watch face. So that's how you change the how the clock face looks. Now, if you want to pick a different watch face, you can simply hold down on the screen and tap on the plus. And here you can see some of the other styles that are saved to the watch. And from the watch, we can do much more, but these are just the couple that are saved. There you go. Swipe through. This one is a really fun and simple one. There you go. And again, you can customize them. So that's how you change it from the watch. Now, next, I want to show you how to change it from the phone, because you can also do it from the phone and there's a lot more options when you're on the phone. So tap on watch faces. And here you'll see these are the main two that are saved to the watch. But as I swipe down here, you have some options there. And then you'll have just a huge list of options. There's one in particular that I want to show you because it's one of the most important ones that will give you a really cool customization. If you want your watch to look like the Ultra watch, which is the more expensive Samsung, you can do this one. And this one is really nice. And this one has a great little display. So while that one's downloading, I'm going to show you another one, then we'll come back to this one. So photos, if you go down to photos and you tap here and select this particular watch face, you can actually make any picture in your gallery, you can make that the background for your watch. So notice you see it's already on the screen. Now if I come up here and tap on this little pencil right next to the little dog, I can go to background and go to pictures, gallery, and then I can make any picture in my watch the clock face. I'm gonna pick this one. You can pick up to 20, so you can have more than one. Hit done, and you can change the brightness and you can make other modifications to it. Hit done, and then now that'll be the new background for the watch. So that's how you kind of customize it to really make it, you know, special to you, depending on, you know, what picture you would want to be on the home screen. Oh yeah, we hit save as well. Load, save, and now you can see that is our new picture. So if there's something specific you want to be on the clock on the main screen, that's how you do it. Now I want to go back up here to the one that we downloaded. Now if I tap it again, it will allow me to make it the main clock face, and you can see this one is a really cool clock face because it'll actually show data from your last workout. So again, that's just a quick rundown of changing the clock face and how to customize. Now, if you go all the way to the bottom, you can actually search on the Play Store to download even more clock faces, but there's so many that are already available in this app. So go through here and make sure you've looked at all the cool ones in here before you download from the Play Store, because it gets a little trickier once you try to do it from the Play Store. All right, but that ends this section of how to change the clock face. Now next, I want to go into how to answer a phone call and what that looks like. So I'm going to trigger a call, and then you can see how it's going to show up on the watch. Okay, so I just triggered my call. You can see it coming through the phone. The watch is beginning to ring. Now I simply am going to put my finger on the green phone button, and I'm going to drag it left, and that's how you answer. Okay, so here's our call, and remember, you can talk right from the watch, and the watch does have a speaker. If you drag your finger around the edge, you can actually raise the volume so you can hear the call better, and then swipe to the middle to go back. You can tap on the three dots here to access some other options, or if you want to push the call back over to your phone, just simply tap switch to phone, and that will switch it off of your watch and back to your phone. You'll see a little green call phone button at the bottom here. You can tap to bring back up the menu. If you want, you can switch it back to the watch by then tapping on the green button there. And when you're finished, you can simply hit the red button to end the call. Now I'm going to trigger one more call, and I want to show you how to decline a call when it comes through. It's a very similar process. So call is coming through. You can either drag this red button, the red phone, you can drag it this way, or you can swipe up. If you swipe up, it'll actually give you some options. It'll automatically decline the call, but it'll also send a text reply. Hey, please text me. Hey, can't talk now. You can have it send a message as it's declining the call. So I want to show you one more time. Swipe up, and I'm just going to tap please text me. The call is now declined, and it just sent a message telling the person, hey, I can't talk, but you can text me. So that's how you interact with the calls as they're coming through. Now, if you want to make a call, you'll swipe up, go to the call button or the phone button, and here it's going to show the last person I called. Now I can tap on that name to call it back and simply tap on the green button, and this will initiate a call back to that same person. There we go. I'm gonna tap the red button to stop it. If you want to call someone else that obviously you haven't talked to in a while, what you would need to do is tap on the contacts button up here, and this will take you to the contacts app, and then you can basically go through and you can tap on that little search button and you can type the name of the person you want to call, and it'll pull them from your contacts and then allow you to call that person. So that's how you initiate a call yourself. All right, next let's jump over to the phone. I want to show you some settings that you'll want to adjust and how to enable your app notifications. So whenever you get a ping on your phone from an app, it will ping over to your watch. So the first thing you'll want to do is go to the watch settings, and from here you'll want to go to notifications and go to app notifications, and here it's going to have every single app that is on your phone. So basically go through here and decide what apps you want to have permission to send notifications to the phone. What I don't encourage you to do is to tap the allow all, because at that point you'll have so many notifications coming through, your watch will always be vibrating and it can get frustrating. So really go through and decide what are the most important apps that you want to send notifications to the watch. Okay, I normally do text messages, obviously your phone. Be careful with social media, like Instagram and Facebook. They tend to send a lot of notifications. Same thing with TikTok, so I wouldn't necessarily enable those. Same thing with email. If you have 1 or 2 email accounts that you don't use a ton, that's fine, but like I have a lot of email accounts on my phone, so I don't enable that either. So just be mindful of how many different apps you give permission to send notifications to the watch. Okay, next you can swipe down to advanced features. And here you can program some of your shortcuts. You can also program different gestures. So like there's a gesture, for example, for answering calls, quick launching a specific app, and dismissing alerts. Now I cover a lot of this in my other video. I have a tips and tricks video for the Galaxy Watch FE, and I'll link that right here. Check out that video. That'll really help you navigate this menu and also show you how to set up a lot of these shortcuts, okay? Those are really the main things that I will tweak when it comes to the settings when you first set up the watch. Now the last thing I want to go over is how to arrange your home screen. The home screen has the different tiles I showed you. Let me just jump over really quick and show you. So for example, when you swipe left, it has all these different tiles here, and you don't have to keep all of these. You can delete some of these, and you can also change them and set different things. So for example, maybe you don't care too much about this automatic workout menu here. You can hold down 1 second and you can tap on this little red minus here in the corner, and that'll remove that tile so you don't have to see that one anymore. Now also, you might like, when you swipe left and you see all these fitness details here, but you may not want that to be the first thing you see. Maybe you're more concerned about, hey, I want to see what the weather is when I wake up every morning. You can hold down on this tile and then hold down again, and then you can drag it and you can change the position of it. So here you can set it so that it's the first thing you see when you swipe left. So look, main screen, swipe left, I have the weather. So feel free to arrange that menu and kind of like eliminate the tiles that you probably aren't going to use. Now in the app here, when we tap on tiles, you can do the same thing, and it's a bit easier to do it from the app here. You can see all the different tiles in one snapshot and then decide which ones make sense for you and which ones don't. And you can simply delete them if you don't think you'll use them. And then here at the bottom, you'll find some other tiles that you can also enable. For example, I set a lot of timers. I'm the one who does the laundry for our family. So this timer one is a really helpful one because I can just swipe over and then I can select and have this particular timer. You know, I can start it for laundry or for dinner or something like that. So I can, you know, simply arrange all the tiles within the app here and then hit save, and then it'll automatically update on the watch. So now when I swipe over, I'll see my timers and then I'll see the weather. So just another little pro tip to make your experience a little bit easier. Now this brings us to the end of our video here. I hope you guys found this helpful. Now I have more videos on the Samsung Galaxy Watch FE, and I linked a few of them within the video at different points when I mentioned certain things, but in the description and as a pinned comment, you'll see a link to my playlist that will have all my other videos on the Watch FE. So definitely check out that playlist. You can see all the other things you can do with this watch. And if you got any value out of this video, I'd appreciate it if you stop and bump the like button down below. That helps this video to get shared out to more people and help them as they're learning how to use this watch. Also, feel free to leave me a comment as well and let me know if the video was helpful, especially if there was a certain section that was the most helpful. I always love to hear those things. Enjoy your watch, and thanks again for watching. Take care, and as always, have a good one.